Hello, fellow safety and health professional, and welcome to another podcast in a series of podcasts based on an article in Safety and Health magazine that's all about you. After the bell rings and a boxer walks to his corner, he has only 1 minute to prepare for the next round. It's not long, really. And during that moment, a fighter will get wiped down. You've seen it. If you've watched any Rocky movies, of course, or anything, just watch boxing. They'll get checked for injuries. If they're hurt somewhere, if they can fix it up somehow, they will. They'll be given advice, stay away from the ropes. But they say that one of the most important things that they get, especially if a boxer is losing, is encouragement. Their coach or trainer, it's usually actually called a coach, but will tell them, you can do it. I know you can do it. Look, you've done it before. And that makes a big difference. Because all of us need encouragement from time to time for all different reasons. Even when we feel confident about something that we're going to do or involve with, even if we know we can do it, if somebody helps us, encourages us, it inspires us to do better. Now, as a safety and health pro, we have so many opportunities to encourage others, like during safety meetings, right? Pre-job briefings or one-on-one coaching. Even when there's a serious incident, you had some kind of, quote, accident, you can still encourage people, especially if it's a discouraging situation. Encouragement is simply the action of giving someone support, confidence, or hope. That's what the dictionary says. Still, there are so many variety of ways to encourage others. There's all kind of situations. You can do it every day of your life. I purposefully, look for conditions on and off the job where I can encourage others. Here are 3 ways that I do that. 1, when someone has set a new goal and they let me know about it. I often met safety and health professionals, like traveling. I haven't that much lately, but I'm going to start again a lot, giving talks all over the place and with the safety organizations too. And I would get safety guys and gals to come up to me and they would say, oh, I want to do what you're doing. I want to be a professional speaker. And I always encouraged them. I said, yeah, you can do it. And I would, tell them that it's just up to you how much effort you want to put into it and things like that. I would sometimes give them advice, which isn't actually encouragement, but it's tied in with encouragement a lot of times. A few folks over the years I've actually helped, coach them and give them advice to get started, and it made a big difference to them. As far as I could tell, emotionally. So you can also do it with any goal that somebody's striving to do. It doesn't have to be something like, be a speaker or a career goal. I'm trying to lose weight. I want to go on a diet. And if I find that out about you, I'm going to encourage you. Right? I'm going to give you some go for it. You want to get a degree. I was like, oh my word, I can't believe it. Especially if you're like in your 50s or 60s, that's great. Wonderful. It's wonderful anytime. But the point is, you got to know what the person is saying to you and what they really want. You don't want to be doing it happens too often. Where somebody says, oh, that's great. I hope you do good. No. Listen to what they're saying. Realize their intent and then give them very specific encouragement if you can. I particularly enjoy encouraging work groups when I'm as either a safety professional in radiation safety or in industrial safety, when we're doing some really tricky evolution. Like about 4 months ago, I was at a place where we were moving the generator at a plant, a nuclear power plant. The generator that's hooked to the turbine is big. I forget how many tons it was. And it was a little bit of a tricky move for getting this generator, and we had to take it down into the truck bay too. So we had pre-job briefings. There was a plan of action, of course. And I had a good time. This is what I really like it, going around encouraging everybody during the meetings, but also one-on-one, like John, man, and, he's the operator, he's the rigger. I said, we are going to do a perfect job on this. There'll be no issues. And there wasn't. It was great. I mean, we had a couple little things, but no, it went really well. So I like that kind of encouragement. It feels good for me and it feels good for them. And number two, when things aren't going well, like a boxer, when they're losing a fight, round 4, and they're way down in points, and something goes awry in your life, your performance will drop, by the way. If you get upset about stuff, definitely your performance will drop. And this is when encouragement can make a big difference. Even something as simple as a person having a bad day, you come up to somebody who's waiting on you at the grocery store. You can, with your encouragement, make them have a better day or even a really good day. I've done it many times. I'm sure you could do it too, or have done it. Offer some upbeat, realistic encouragement, make them laugh, encourage them for something as simple as having a bad day to make it better. Now, there's also times you can encourage when it's bad. When it's really a setback or a problem. Like when somebody has done something that caused an accident, let's say, or caused an incident. First off, I always, when something's bad going on in somebody's life, I try to make sure that I let them know that it's not that they're a bad person or that they don't know what they're doing. Like, don't ever try and justify that they need to be a better person. What you want to do is let them know that this is just an event. In the safety field, it's an anomaly that you caused an incident. And so that's another really good way to encourage. And then you can go to the final, most serious, like if somebody loses a loved one type thing, or something serious is happening, a big setback in their life, where you encourage them. Some of this is also giving them sympathy or whatever, but you can still actually encourage. Remember, to push them to do better, to hope for something better, and to work on making it better. For example, the plant I just left, which in the nuclear industry, we have a few more and more plants now that are being demolished because they're shutting down. And the one plant that I was working at before I'm doing this now full time had a big surprise layoff. We found out 2 weeks before we were getting laid off that there were a bunch of people getting laid off. I was too, but not at the same time. I had a couple extra weeks. Well, everybody in the workforce, there's probably about 40 people or so that were getting laid off in our group. I could tell, obviously they're upset. So I purposely went and researched the industry, the nuclear industry, and what's going on with the work. Is there a lot of work? And there is. And other things to encourage the folks. And so I did it for general encouragement, but I also did it because, when people are in good moods, when they're feeling fine or neutral, they're as safe as they will be normally. But if you're upset, worried, scared even, frightened, you become more likely to make mistakes that can cause incidents, cause accidents. So I would go around on purpose and encourage everybody, tell them about, look, this will be fine. You're going to get a job easily. It might even be a job you like more than this one. I'll miss you. But you know what I mean? I went around and encouraged the folks. And also I told them, look, you aren't going to be paying attention like you normally do because of this. So realize that, take your time more maybe, perhaps when you're rigging something that you're going to lift, that type of thing. Encouraging others is one of the best tools I have found as a personal influence to creating a more vibrant safety culture. And you can practice it every day in all different ways. So, I encourage you to encourage others as much as you can.